right, let's get it. What's his middle name? Thomas Edward Brady? I think that's right. If I heard Skip Bayless say it about 1,000 fucking times. Here we go. Tom Brady goes card shopping. Buys $7,500 Patrick Mahomes rookie card. Damn. Was it graded? There's no way it was just 7,500. Like, it had to be more than that, right? That can't be the best one. Let's see what he's talking about. Bro, I've always wanted to go to a mall that you could ski in or snowboard in. Where is this at? Where can you do this? Oh my gosh. This makes me want to go buy cards.
We are at the American Dream Mall at Card Vault by Tom Brady.
American Dream Mall?
For the first ever card shopping episode.
Florida or Cali?
G.O.A.T. How you doing?
Hey, Joe. Good to see you, man.
You too.
Malls with ice skating. No, it's not ice skating, right? It's with snowboarding. American Dream Mall, yeah. Where's that at? New Jersey.
Thanks for having me.
Going to talk through his collecting habits, going to see some of his personal collection, and then I think you may leave with a card or two.
Why not? Let's take a look.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Thomas Brady card shopping. So he's a degenerate. He don't pull packs though. It's not right.
Tom, I want to take it
Pokemon.
all the way back.
Aw, shit.
$1 for a reward for grades. San Mateo, California. You would take the $1 and would you go to what's on second? Talk about that story.
Man. You're bringing up some great memories from when I was a kid. Obviously, I loved to play sports, but the only thing I ever collected was trading cards, and they were always kind of a reward.
He was a degenerate. I knew it. Degenerates live on, bro. I'm not the only fucking one. I remember buying Pokemon cards when I was young and just throwing them bitches away.
For good grades, and I hate to say this on camera, but I wasn't the best student growing up. So I'd be like, Mom, I got a C. And she would say, great, honey. And I'd say, hey, let's go to what's on second to see if I can get a pack of cards.
Amazing. And then like this.
What is that
look
noise?
at this historic binder. I didn't even know that you were going to bring this. What kind of cards were you collecting back then? What were you seeking out?
Yeah, so I was predominantly a baseball card collector at the time. And I think for most people my age, you know, football cards were important, but baseball cards were kind of like the grail of collecting them because of what had been kind of going on with the Beckett baseball, where we could value our cards all the time. So I was a big baseball card collector, and the high school in my neighborhood was Junipero Serra High School, and Barry Bonds went to my high school. So we were all Giants fans, and we were Barry Bonds fans. So what I had was, this was my, if you made it to this book,
Bro, to pull like a Willie Mays, Barry Bonds, like, baseball rookie card. Like this one, like right here. No, which one is it? There's Willie Mays, like 23,000, 71,000. Like, these cards go for a lot. It's insane. My God. Baseball really got the most value.
And I had them ranked. I would always order them by my favorite players at the time. So Roger Clemens was right at the top of the list.
Roger Clemens.
My favorite. So much swag, that swing.
There was, could he play? Yes. That was young. Eric Davis was unbelievable. Tim Rock Raines. I can go through the whole book. I look back at that time growing up in San Mateo, and as a collector, I had a lot of kids in my neighborhood, and we all played together, and we played on the street. We didn't have much of a backyard, we just played in the yard. And all the guys who were kind of my idols in the neighborhood were all older boys than me, and we would trade cards all the time. And listen, all those boys in the neighborhood, the Aguirre boys, the Pauls. You fleeced me all the time.
That's what I was going to say. Did they get you like they were taking advantage?
Because we would all trade cards all the time, and they'd be like, hey, give me that Darryl Strawberry rookie card, and I'll give you like 10 of these other ones. I thought, of course, it was a good deal.
$200?
I don't think it worked out for me all the time.
I feel like everyone in the neighborhood has that. I have one. Billy Parker, I remember. We remember. He did the same thing to me. I would lay out all my cards. I would leave his house and totally fleece. So every neighborhood has that guy.
Yo, they were scamming at the age of 8, 9.
Tom, I want to go through some of your personal collection.
Yeah, love to.
Some bangers in here. We have the 2000 Playoff Contenders Rookie Ticket Auto, one of your most recognizable rookie cards. Do you remember where the picture is from?
That looks like my first game I ever played in the Hall of Fame game. It was on an AstroTurf field in Canton, Ohio, and Joe Montana was actually going into the Hall of Fame at the same time. I think it was Howie Long, Ronnie Lott, and Joe Montana, two of my childhood idols. Yeah. And here I am on that same field a day later, throwing passes to
this guy didn't know what was ahead of him. Did he know what was ahead of him?
I had no clue. And underneath that helmet, I had a shaved helmet.
Okay.
Because Ty Law, my Michigan teammate, came in at 2 in the morning, woke me up and shaved my head the night before the game. What was up with that?
Come on.
And look at the autograph.
So talk about the autograph, because I heard that the autograph changed throughout the years.
So early on, this was the original autograph I had, and my dad was my idol, still is, and we had such a great relationship, and he was my biggest supporter, he and my mom, but I was his only son, and I always tried to copy him in everything I did. So we had the same name, I'm a junior, but I tried to sign the way that he signed.
Okay.
And I did that way, as I would say, a signature, and I still sign that way. All my checks, anything that's like non-autograph, I sign with this autograph.
Do you think Tom Brady went and bought all his cards that are like valuable? Would you do that if you were like an athlete? I feel like I would do that.
Got it.
But then I actually have an autograph that's way more legible, because it'd be very hard, Joe, to make that out.
Yes.
Tom Brady, when you see kind of this autograph, it's much better.
Another one. 2008 Topps Triple Threads 1-of-1 patch autograph from your 16-0 MVP season.
1-1.
Wow.
What a great season. We're in East Rutherford, basically, okay? Let's just straight hands there over.
Straight hands over my shoulder.
And
that's not good.
Look at our boy right there, Eli.
And I got Eli. I'm surrounded by giants.
But I love this because you find motivation anywhere. Everyone knows that. But like, you look at this card, and what are you feeling looking at a moment in time like that?
A 1-of-1 card,
He's
and
mad
in the
that
end,
he didn't
it was
go
a 1-of-1
17-0.
season. And we actually won our 16th game of the season right here, MetLife
Yes, I remember that.
We're 15-0.
It's a close one.
We played on a Saturday night, and I threw my 50th touchdown pass that game to Randy, who caught his 23rd, both record-breaking at the time.
Nasty.
And we went to the playoffs, obviously.
That's ridiculous. I ain't gonna lie.
The season in Arizona against them, and those two guys we talked about, Eli and Stray, they both played a great game. And even though it still bothers me today, I obviously respect the guys that win. The last thing I am is a hater. So whoever wins, I give them a lot of respect. But you know what? It's still motivating, because I always feel like there's a great saying, you either win or you learn.
Yes.
Sometimes you think everything's going great and it doesn't go well at the end, and it ends up always
Eli Manning's your daddy, brother. How do we tell you?
acting as motivation to finish the job.
Yes.
And there was other times where it didn't look great at certain points, and we found a way to turn it around
in Super Bowl history.
And then make it great.
Yeah, they're undefeated.
Getting to that good segue. It's like this guy does TV or something.
Oh, you're doing it.
It's like
It's
good
unbelievable.
segue.
Wait, are all this? Wait, is he in a card
2016
shop?
impeccable victory,
Or is this
1-of-1
his place?
autograph. This card super special to you, I'm sure.
That card.
And
Oh yeah.
the card is great.
Hey, this is the best Super Bowl ever. I fuck with this one.
But the real life moment, I'm sure.
Yeah, I remember this game. I mean, this is like ingrained in my mind forever. And so many people ask me, the greatest game of your career. And I always will refer to this game, but I didn't play great for the first 2.5 quarters. And I think there was a moment that is captured on the bench of me sitting there just kind of down focused. And so many people say, what were you thinking at that time? And I was like, I was thinking, you better fight your ass off to the end. Like, regardless of what happens, you're not gonna quit. Regardless of what happens, you're gonna fucking fight your way out of this.
Absolutely.
And I told my teammates,
then he
laser focus. Come on, we just gotta
lie.
go down and score one fucking touchdown.
Yes.
We moved the ball down the field in the third quarter, and we made it a 28-9 game. And I was like, all right, came off the field, and I said, okay, at least we're fighting.
Yep.
Got the ball back, went down and kicked the field goal, 28-12.
Chipping away.
And I'm like, It's a 2-score game. Come on, D. We need one play. Dante Hightower coming off the edge. Strip sacks. Matt Ryan and Alan Branch, former Wolverine, jumps on it. Throw a touchdown pass to my boy DA. And we get the 2-point conversion. And we needed one great stop on defense. We got it. Drove down the field.
Edelman had that
great plays.
Crazy.
Julian with one.
Nah, this is probably the craziest catch I have ever watched live. It's Julian Edelman fucking catch. Edelman Super Bowl catch. This shit, like, how did this not hit the ground?
Now they're giving the Alford knocked it up into the air, and let's see who comes down with it.
Like, the fact that this did not touch the ground. Like, look at it. It was floating there for a second. Like, how?
Incredible.
How?
That's definitely got to be the greatest catch in Super Bowl history.
That was skill. I don't think there was luck involved with that catch.
There is luck there, bro. You can't tell me there's not.
It's pretty special.
How much was hand-eye coordination? How much was luck? I would say it was probably like 70% luck.
I'm gonna say that shit is lucky as fuck. There's no way.
One of the greatest catches in the history of the Super Bowl. I get goosebumps. Look at me. I'm getting goosebumps telling the story.
That is
Julian
luck.
makes the incredible catch.
Bro, the fact that dude's leg held the ball up.
We score, and
dude, that Falcons guy's leg was like under the ball for like ever.
Then get the ball in overtime.
That is luck.
Isn't it cool to have impeccable victory? Like with the card collecting, I love all the different iterations, the fact that that exists.
Yeah, and it's just like it's collecting, but it's a piece of memorabilia, it's a piece of history. Just even looking at the card brings up these incredible emotions in me about not only the people I was on the field with, but the experiences I had and what was going through my mind. And this game will always act as motivation for me all the time, that it's never over till it's over. Never give up. Keep fighting to the end.
A very fun one in the collection. 18th round draft pick, Expos catcher. What if the career went this way? But talk about the card and then talk about what if you went right instead of left in the game of life?
It could have gone a different way. And the challenging part for me in high
What the fuck is that? 95 Bowman auto? Was that when he was in high school?
school was I fell in love with football. But I was a better baseball player at the time.
What the hell?
And I loved playing baseball. And I had two great people in my high school, Barry Bonds and a guy named Greg Jeffries, who ended up playing for the Mets.
Yes.
And they were like our baseball heroes. And our school was really good in baseball. And that's what I wanted to do. And I was actually a pretty good baseball player and got drafted by the Expos.
That's awesome.
I actually went up to Montreal and took batting practice up there. I got drafted by him. I went and took batting practice at Candlestick, was out there with Moises Alou. It's just a cool thing to have for my collection.
It was an Expos card.
It didn't ever amount to much at the time, but
you had to
for
be a
me,
dog
again,
at baseball
a great
then
memory.
too.
And for all the collectors out there, this is hard to come by. This is a great one to have.
You happy you chose football though?
Like Bowman. Brady of 50. How much does that even go for? Doesn't even say. Shopping. Where's shopping? There it is. It's $400, not even gold. That shit is expensive. That shit gotta be priceless. Like, it has to be thousands. $1,500 without the signature. So it's probably like, oh, it might be only like 4,000 or 5,000 base. Oh, right here, 10K. Damn. That's a nice one.
You're damn right I'm happy.
So this is the part of the store.
Oh, he has his own card shop. What? I did not know that.
The Grail case, the trophy case, whatever you want to call it. Some
Oh my God.
crazy cards in here. Whatever you want to call it.
He has a rookie Mickey Mantle, bro. A PSA 1 is $60,000. A PSA 3.5, $130K. That card is expensive. I think the one went for like just over $1 million.
But some crazy cards in here. Let's start with this 1986 star Michael Jordan, another GOAT.
That's
what does
fire.
MJ mean to you?
I mean, come on. Michael Jordan was I think he changed, pop culture in America with his style and his swag, but also his competitiveness and his desire to win. He made it look so effortless, and he just was, and still is, someone that I really always will call for advice, and I look up to and admire. Being a mentor for so many guys and always letting people know, hey, reach out.
That's fire. He has his own card plays.
Certainly a lot of people reach out to him for advice.
And then, like, reaching out, do you guys wear the same sneaker? What's this story I heard about the same sneaker size?
I know.
Different show.
Different show.
Maybe after this.
Crazy, and this is probably one of the pairs, actually.
Okay.
So I always wanted to collect sneakers, but I didn't want to have a huge investment when I was playing. I had different shoe
Wait, so does Brady have big feet or does Jordan have little feet? And do they have the same dick size? That's the real question.
contracts.
Yes.
But finally, when I didn't have a shoe contract, I called up my friend Kenny Way, and I'm a member down at Grow 23 MJ's Golf Club, and I'm like, Kenny, dude, I need a hookup. How can I get to add some Jordans to my collection? He goes, well, what size are you? And I said, size 13. So he calls me like 2 hours later. He goes, hey, I'm on the course with MJ, and he's size 13 too. He's gonna send you a few pairs. Within
That's
2
fire,
days,
bro.
I had 120 pairs of shoes show up. I didn't have enough closet space.
120?
So I sent MJ back something nice, and just pretty cool to have Jordans from Jordan, sitting in my closet.
That's fire.
Mickey Mantle?
Yeah.
The 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle, one of the most iconic sports cards of all time.
I think for all of us collectors who are around my age, and I'm 47 now, like, we
That's
collected
the
cards
card.
because of that card there. And we were all trying to become collectors when we were young, and that's when, again, most of my collection, 95% was baseball cards at the time. We had heard stories about Mickey Mantle. It wasn't like I watched him play.
Yes.
But knowing that those cards existed, like, we all hoped that our collections would have a piece like that in it someday. So just seeing.
Don't forget about Bill Walton. Or not Bill Walton. Bill Russell.
It now,
Crazy in
certainly
the
here in the
flesh.
front of the store
Yes.
is unbelievable. And
He 11-1.
$12 million card, are you kidding me? But for good reason. This is exceptional right here, sitting in our rail section of the store.
Yeah.
I see this one, this Patrick Mahomes. I didn't even see that one.
This guy, yeah.
Chris, when did this come in? I haven't seen this one.
What are you talking about?
The Mahomes rookie.
Oh, that one came into Boston 2 weeks ago. That one just came in.
I want that in my
What?
collection. Save that. Don't make sure you don't sell that one.
All right, guys, we got to pull this one from inventory. Okay?
Yeah.
I'll
That's
get
an
you.
Put it on his tab,
8.5.
baby,
I'm
right?
gonna get him an invoice. No
That's true.
discounts.
What? I understand. That is definitely in my collection.
So you're going to take this one home,
An 8.5 is 7.5K. Preach.
but Mahomes, we talk about even records being broken. You just saw Ovechkin and Gretzky.
Yeah.
This guy, what he's doing, how do you feel about that? And like, if he would ever come close to any records that you have?
If he does break the records, and even last year they had a chance to go for a three-peat, like I would have been so happy to be there to watch it. When you accomplish a lot, and was very fortunate to do that, like, you have people that are doing incredible things, and I always think we should talk about those things, how remarkable they really are, because that's really what's inspiring about it. You want other people to always see what you're doing, and you set a certain bar, and then they go after it.
True, now the whole league hates him.
Can't thank you enough. The pilot episode of Card Shopping might be the biggest one because we have the GOAT. Thank you so much.
Shit, thank you so much.
Damn. Bro, I don't think they pulled the 101 yet either.
So the first ever episode of Card Shopping with the GOAT, Tom Brady. Thank you so much for taking the time.
I appreciate it.
Congratulations on the new store, Card Vault by Tom Brady. Beautiful location, New Jersey, American Dream Mall. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Like, I don't think 101 rookie Patrick Mahomes. I don't think it's been pulled.